Hi everyone, my name is Shruti and I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome to my channel AutiSENSE, a space that I've created straight from my heart to spread awareness, compassion and real understanding about autism. I'm a special educator, an inclusion consultant, and I've done my master's in special education from UCL London. But most importantly, I'm a mom of an incredible autistic child. Through my journey, I've realized that there's a lot of love out there, but unfortunately, there's also a lot of misunderstanding and miscommunication. People often feel that autism is about behavioral issues, communication problems, and lack of social skills. But in reality, it is so much, much more deeper and beautifully more complex than that. Autism is a neurodevelopmental difference, which means that the brain works and processes information in its own unique way or manner. It is that the brain's wiring is different, and we are unable to understand this because of the vastness of the subject area. And also, there is very limited research in this field, but that definitely does not make it a disorder. It is not something to cure, definitely not something to fix. In reality, we can help them better if we are able to understand the subject matter. And when we understand this difference, we move from judgment to connection. For neurotypical people, the brain collects information from our senses such as touch, taste, smell, sight in such a way that the world around us feels balanced. But for autistic individuals, unfortunately, the volume on the senses are turned either way up or way down. And when there is too much sensory information coming in all at once for them, it leads to sensory overload. What that means is, imagine you're walking into a mall, okay? And there are lights blaring, there's a lot of sound coming in, there are people walking in front of you in quick motion with a lot of noise, and suddenly your clothes also start to feel scratchy. What would you feel? Mildly annoying? But unfortunately for an autistic individual, that person will feel like they're standing in the middle of a sensation thunderstorm, not knowing what to do. That is why often you might see autistic people in public spaces, trying to shut their ears, eyes, scream even, lie down on the ground. They're not trying to be difficult. They're just trying to regulate themselves. When we start understanding these sensory needs, we stop labeling children who are autistic as weird, naughty, and so many more terms that we use very freely. And instead, we start looking at them as individuals with beautiful minds who are trying their best to cope in a world that wasn't designed for their senses at all. That's why with AutiSense, I want to create autism awareness and make it more simple, relatable, and evidence-based. Here, you will find a lot of informative videos about sensory needs, real strategies for parents and teachers, myth-busting facts, and stories about autism that will make you view autism with empathy and not fear. So whether you're a parent, a teacher, a therapist, or just someone who wants to understand autism better, you're in the right place. Please like, share and subscribe and follow along. Let's make the world a little more sensory friendly, one video at a time. I'm Shruti. This is AutiSense, where awareness meets understanding.